once again, just a mile short of the Wrights Lake Road turnoff. We're stopped here for a big time construction project. Backed up probably a mile or so. I shut off my car. We're not going to be moving for at least 5 minutes. Look how high the lake is. I've never seen it this high. Oh, there were so many people in the parking area. I couldn't do any videotaping there. And there's people not far in front and not far behind me either. It is July 23rd. First backpacking trip of the season. Talked to some people camped at Wrights Lake. They say the mosquitoes are horrendous in the early and late part of the day. I saw a few skeeters around. They look like serious beasts. But it was pretty breezy. So they weren't much of a factor. Supposed to have 9 to 12 mile an hour breezes for the next couple of days. That's usually enough to keep mosquitoes at bay. I hope so. It can also be enough to keep me awake in my tent at night. But 15 is more like what keeps me awake in the tent at night. It's supposed to be only no more than a 10 or 20% chance of rain. It rained this morning. Trail's nice and damp. There were puddles all over the place. My, it's pretty. Everything is green and growing like crazy. Sun is hot. It's going to be over 100 in Sacramento today with unusually high humidity. That gives me the idea there could be afternoon thunder showers here, even though the weather reports say nothing. Got enough sleep. I did my full liter of water. I ate plenty of food. So I really can't be more ready than I am now. Wildflowers are out. Well, I just got over the big water crossing here. It was pretty exciting. In the dry season, you come over here and all of this creek bed all over the place is all dry. And I always wonder what it looks like during a runoff, and well, this is it. But it's well arranged. It's easy to cross without getting wet. And that brings me to the other side. This is why, one reason I brought the umbrella today. Because of this stretch of hot rock. But there's a good breeze blowing, and there are some clouds threatening to cover the sun here. How convenient. So I'm feeling pretty good. I was leapfrogging with another elder gal along the way who was also out on a confidence building trip or hike. She's camped with her husband at Wrights Lake. But she's just back at the creek there. She decided is the end point of her hike today. She's going to turn around, but she broke her arm at the end of last season, and she's got to build that confidence up again. I know all about that. Oh, hot, hot, hot! Like cool breeze, bouncing out. Okay, no babbling while hiking today. Oh, thank you, cloud. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's a big one. Yay! Yay! Real nice. Water is freaking high. I knew it was gonna be, but I wasn't expecting this. There's water everywhere. But the trail is totally walkable. I want to see what this part looks like. Oh, it still looks marshy. I guess this never really gets too high. Okay, but the trail is quite wet. But it's passable. Amazing. Amazing. Let's look how beautiful it is today. As one of my favorite YouTubers once said, this is my first encounter with le snow. Why did she say le snow? I don't know. But yes, there is snow at Twin Lakes. Not much, but it's pretty awesome here. I guess I should have done the view before I got walking around the lake. First time I ever used this thing for keeping cool. And it's really effective, especially right now because the sun is blazing. And I overworked myself. I told myself, you know, I'm just going to empty out my backpack. I'm going to just empty everything out, set up my chair, get out some munchies, sit down, and nibble a bit. You know what? I'm gonna empty out my backpack, set up my chair, get some munchies, and take it all down to the lake and do water stuff there while I'm relaxing and eating. Well, that didn't work out. I did nothing but water stuff. So I'm feeling pretty good finally sitting down and just not doing anything. I got some salty snacks here to munch because I lost a lot of salt, and I'm just gonna sit here in the shade of my umbrella, which actually shades my entire body. Isn't that interesting? Except for my toes, like that. I will sit here in the shade, cool off a bit, and eat these potato chip thingies, drink some water, and then consider setting up camp. By the way, it's windy, and you've heard me complain. You've heard me bitching about wind up here before. But have you heard me bitching about mosquitoes? I'll take the wind over mosquitoes. There's a lot of bugs flying around here. When I took a load of stuff back while I was filtering water, and I walked through a shadow, and there was a bunch of little insects hanging out in the shadow there, and they swarmed me. As I was walking through the windiness, it took a while for the wind to blow them away. Well, I'm settling into relaxing pretty well here. To my astonishment, I haven't seen anybody at the lake yet. Well, I saw some people on the other side of the lower lake when I first got here, that, day hikers. No campers here yet. I'm sure there will be. It's windy. Here, that should help, I hope. Camp is coming along very nicely. Boy, setting up my. I got a new tent. Among many new things, I got a Nemo Hornet Elite 2-man tent. I actually bought a 1-man and liked it so much I decided the 2-man would be even better, so I got that, and I'm going to get rid of the 1-man. This is the older model. They just, the original model, they just have a new model for 2019, so people are selling off their old ones. This is a very nice tent. It's very, very light. It's very, very big. And we'll see how well it protects. So far I'm pleased. It's a lot easier to set up than my 6 Moon design tents that require, external poles and stuff like that. This is set up pretty quickly. I tidied up my stuff. I had a little bit of stuff out that was kind of blow-awayable, and I consolidated a bit. And then I just sat down and did a real good relax. I chugged a bunch of water, ate a bunch of food, whipped up my umbrella and sat under the umbrella for a little bit, keeping cool. And all's going pretty well. There's great puffy clouds blowing around here. Take a look. And it looks like it's not terribly threatening. But clouds are coming from there, and every now and then some big ugly clouds come over the mountain, and you never know, there could be a storm cloud coming over the mountain. So, just hanging out here. I thought, hey, that sounds like a blackbird. And I found him. He's a blackbird. Oh, this is so nice. I've been looking forward to this for months. The sun is out. It is really pretty here. I just am soaking in being up here for the first time and having camp, greatly set up. I got the tent set up. I got water. I'm cleaned. So I'm pretty happy with myself. Done good. Yeah, done good. You got yourself up here relatively easily. I didn't push myself. It took me 2 hours to get to the dam. I'm thinking this hike must be less than 3 miles, because I don't think I can go that fast. I'm sitting too much. It's time to get up, wander around a bit, see if there's any neighbors. I'm not seeing anybody, not hearing anybody. There is one really nice campsite. It's over at the very beginning of the lake over there. And if there's anybody here, they might be over there. I don't like to camp over there because everybody who crosses the dam to come to the side of the lake will walk right through your campsite, and that'll start happening early in the morning. I don't like that. So here's my setup here. I am hanging out under the 2 big trees there. You see my tent over there. You see my gorgeous location here. I do have something new to point out. Something I've never seen here before. You can hear that monster waterfall. It just dominates the whole area here. But you can hear other waterfalls to the right. There's water falling. There's clearly water falling here. You can see the snow breaking up there. There's definitely a waterfall under that snow. Oh, above the snow too. But there is another waterfall right next to the big one over there. That is water coming down from Boomerang Lake, and there's other little lakes up above. Twin lakes here. Oops. Dropped food. I guess I could have shut off the camera, but this is nice terrain here. If I were watching a video, I'd want to see a lot of the terrain. I love these slabs of granite. See back there? I had never noticed that before. Although I should have known that it could be there. There we go. It's a nice flow there. Not sure there's more of it. But that might be an interesting... that's a little hike I could do tomorrow, is at least go to the other side of the upper lake there. And take in the grandeur even closer. It's pretty. The winds are a little calmer. It's kicking up right now, but the winds come and go. On average, it's calming. Ooh. Interesting sun effect. Shiny granite. See, now I'm in that euphoria stage. I'm just really thrilled that I'm here. I'm not hot and sweaty. None of that stuff. I'm feeling pretty good. Settling into my night here. I have some optimism that this tent isn't going to be too loud, so we'll see how that goes. But the way these insects are flying around here, I would rather have the wind than the mosquitoes. Yeah, get out of camp, you little turp. A lot more nuisance critters here than usual. Often I don't see any at all here. Often I see one critter, but now I've seen several. It's like a half a dozen at least running around here. Saw some marmot poop not far away from camp. Okay, more sitting down and relaxing. I guess I walked around a little bit there. Drink more. I gotta drink more. Don't want any cramping and none of that stuff. I've done well. I've had a lot to drink since I've been here. New pad. Bigger than the last one, less than a pound. This is the insulated Axle Air Big Agnes tent pad, 25 by 78. It's a big one. And boy, is it light. Let's see what it feels like. Just real quick. But this feels good. Oh, is that a comfortable pad? Jeez, that's huge. Wow. Okay, awesome. Get out of here. Back to work. It's 6:45 now, so what you think about dinner? I'm just happy to be here. Wow. This is my view, by the way. No, focus over there, dummy. There you go. Yeah, I guess I'll leave that one window open for the night, if that's doable. Nice. Feeling good here. I've made one mistake. My camp socks, I was supposed to grab a pair of these, but I accidentally grabbed that one, which is one messed up sock. It's got a big old hole in it. So my camp socks are kind of screwed. But everything else is awesome. And indeed, for the first time since I have restarted backpacking, I am not bringing a jet foil. I got a tiny little MSR thing, really cheap of course. Got a titanium cup, and it takes up a lot less space. So that was one of my goals on this trip, is I wanted to make my pack smaller and lighter. You see the flow there? It's flowing very well. This is the same filter that I feared that I clogged to death. Where was that? China Flat. Well, I gave it a good going over at home, and it's going pretty darn fast here, so I'm going to keep using this thing. With all that new equipment. Also brought these Adidas slip-ons here. They're lighter and more comfortable than the sandals I usually bring, but they are just absolutely miserable on the uneven terrain and the granites. So I put my boots back on just to get some work done. That's too bad. Minor failure. The sun is down on camp here, but there's still a lot of light. Dinner is ready. I'm hungry. Alright, chow down. This is another new piece of equipment that I'm really excited about. I used a Patagonia Ultralight down jacket for several years. Very lightweight, just a collar, no hood, and it was like 9 ounces and an extra large, something like that. The thing is that it just never really kept me very warm. It just didn't do a good job of keeping me warm. You put your hands in your pockets, it would weigh down the shoulders. Shoulders would get cold immediately. This wasn't much down in there. It wasn't pretending to be, a big bulky jacket or anything, but it wasn't effective enough. I'd had to bring too many underlayers to get warm enough. It's really mild right now, but I wanted to replace that thing. So I started looking around for options, and I see there's a lot of jackets in that same classification. Very light, new artificial fill insulation that's very effective. The Patagonia Ultra Puffy Light, I don't know, I forget what it was called. That looked like a real winner, and I found a deal on that. That's a $300 jacket, but I found for $160, I think, something like that. And I snatched it, and it's a nice jacket. While I was investigating these options, I came across Enlightened Equipment Torrid Apex, this thing is called. They do pants too, which I want to get, but they're expensive too, and I'm trying to find them cheap. Right after I bought the Patagonia thing, I got it. It was brand new. It was wonderful. It was a little heavier than the down jacket, but it has a hood, and it keeps you much warmer. And it's artificial, and I've decided the down jacket, backpacking, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. If it's going to rain and it's going to be cold, you're going to be in deep shit. You're not going to be able to keep the thing dry. Right after I got the Patagonia, I found one of these things, the enlightened equipment jacket for sale cheap. And I was thinking, well, I can't do that. I just bought one. But it was $125 or best offer. I offered $75, and they took it. And so I bought it. So I ended up, with an extra high-end jacket. This one is not quite stock. The inner liner is even lighter than the stock version. It's with these guys, enlightened equipment, you can put any color, any weight, you have so many options when you choose a jacket. So this thing arrived and put it on, and it was obvious. This thing is a lot better than the Patagonia. A lot better. It had a big bowl. Big huge bowl. I used to have a big huge stainless steel bowl. I don't even know why. I don't know what happened to it, but I had this huge stainless. If I just dropped this jacket in that bowl, it would pretty much fill it, overflowing. If I dropped the Patagonia into that bowl, it would fill it about halfway. If I dropped the Patagonia down jacket, it'd be even less than that. This thing is fluffy. It is puffy. It is light as a feather. But when it fluffs up, it is substantial, and it's warm. I am bringing this and a outdoor products, whatever they're called, Helium 2 rain jacket, super light rain jacket, doubles as a windbreaker, to cover this, should I need, but this is quite wind resistant, like the Patagonia is as well. It's got a nice hood. The hood is substantial. Just looking at this compared to the Patagonia. The Patagonia hood is elastic. Okay, let's zip up here. It's elastic, and it fits really tight to your face, and there's no adjustment. This has the little adjustments. And I keep pulling the thing up because the thing wants to, it's big. It's big. The Patagonia barely covers your head. If you have like big, huge, significant afro or something like that, it's not going to cover you enough. This thing it's huge. This thing is huge. I love this jacket. I can't believe I got it for $75. I think this option would cost around $200, something like that. It's a nice jacket. I'm getting rid of the Patagonia. Anybody want a Patagonia jacket? I don't need it. This is better than that in every way, and I don't want the Patagonia. Quite a review, huh? We're getting into some serious pink here. There's a little more way up here too, over the falls. It's so pretty here. I just took a bunch of pictures, a bunch of video. Still some sunset colors in the sky. The alpenglow is fading. And it's going to get dark real quick. So get back to camp here. No mosquitoes tonight. Nice breeze, no mosquitoes. I'll take that any day. Okay, I'm just going to hang out a little bit again. Imagine that. This is something, huh? Just hold that for a moment. I spoke a little soon. I think the colors have gotten very deep now. Not a world-class sunset, but I like it. And my God, as far as I can tell, this is my lake. Nobody here but me and all these little bugs flying around. Well, you can't see much of me here. It's a little bit of light. That's kind of spooky. Yeah, I'm having a great night tonight. The air is kind of still. It's breezy. That's the word. 5-mile-an-hour breezes. Mosquitoes must be horrendous here. Must be, because I've seen a few. They are trying to fight it out. I can feel one on my hand. They're trying to, they're trying to work and really rough conditions. I don't have anything else to say, I think. I'm just going to mellow here for a while. Don't have to go to bed early. Don't have to go to bed late. I can do whatever I want. So I think I'll do that. Okay, well, this might be it until I get into the tent. See ya. Well, good evening, Pampers. Don't you just love it when everything goes perfect? I mean, I shouldn't say perfect. I can't believe for my first day out, things went really well. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. Two hands, come on. Well, the tent is, it's good. It's pretty much what I wanted. It's a good tent. It was really easy to set up. I really enjoyed setting it up. In high winds, it was really windy, very challenging to set up any tent when it's windy like that, especially the non-freestanding tents like the Six Moon Design tents that I love so much. But they're hard to set up. This pad feels really good. It seems to run the entire length of the tent. Feels comfy. It's warm tonight too. It was 57 degrees out there when I came in, and now it's 61. Phew. I climbed in here and my jacket was immediately really hot, and I needed to take it off right now. I like that these tents have this little pocket up top with a sorry, I'm kind of tired, maybe you can tell. It has this fabric that dispels the light, it diffuses the light very nicely. I put my little Lucy lamp, still compressed, up there, and it's awesome. Have my little headlamp down there, and see, we got good light here. Huh? For in tent, that's pretty darn good. This could be just a great night. Back to the hike, back to the day in general. The hike was easy, and I really paced myself. I'm really learning how to do that, even though I was really unprepared physically to do anything like that. I could just take a step with my backpack on, and then I can take another step with my backpack on. That's no big deal. I could take another one. You just keep doing that, Just don't push it too much. Took 600 milligrams of Motrin as soon as I got here. I took 400 milligrams when I left. That seems to have things covered pretty well. I was a little crampy when I got up here. I mean, that's not unusual after hiking, but I was really well hydrated. I had an emergency as soon as I got here, that enhancing drink thing. And I've been drinking a lot, been peeing a lot. It's proving that I'm drinking a lot, so I'm in pretty good shape here. I feel pretty hydrated. One problem I've been having when I overexert myself like this, and I'm just really exhausted coming into camp, is that I have a really difficult time with appetite. No problem with that today. Wolfed down my dinner,
just fine. A single serving Mountain House. It's not a lot, but I had lots of extras too. I'm not really tired, but I felt that I should be in the tent. It's probably almost 11 o'clock now. Well, I guess I should just sign off, go off to sleep. Okay, you know what? That sounds good all of a sudden. Really resting my head on the pillow feels really good.
Well, I'm off in my third location here. This is my morning kitchen. Let's see, I've got a nice kitchen zone over here that's shaded. That's why I'm here. Morning sun is brutal. Just brutal. But it's nice over here. I didn't sleep very well. Big surprise. It was quite windy. It's pretty noisy in the tent. And I woke up often. I got one really good, solid chunk of sleep at the very end. Hopefully that's enough. I'm sure it'll be enough. Completely different day today. Not a cloud in the sky. It's still breezy, thank God, because there are so many bugs out here. I'm seeing swarms of these non-biting mosquito-like things. Not so many mosquitoes. Good. So I guess I'm free of mosquitoes until the evening time. And even then, I got one good mosquito bite last night and several nibbles. They were remarkably persistent. I couldn't believe that they were out in the breeziness that they were out in. I guess they were hungry or die. You gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, it's around 8 o'clock. And I got my coffee. I'm just gonna sit here and drink it for a while and stare at the world. There's a cute bird over there I might try to capture. It'll be a good day. What you doing, buddy? He's having breakfast. What a day here. Except for the wind, it's completely different from yesterday. And here's my morning camp. Kind of shady. Nice kitchen zone. I was using my my jacket when I was sitting in the shade here. It's a little too cool, so I put the jacket on and it wasn't too bad at all. I thought it would be too warm. I like that jacket a lot. It is a winner. I got a second cup of coffee going and I got my oatmeal steeping, and I got no plans for today, really. I'm really kind of weary. Feel good though. I will at least get to the upper lake and look around over there. I might want to go over to the base of the waterfalls. I've never done that. It's not easy getting over there. Might give it a try. And I want to check out, there's a campsite up high on the rocks there. I want to take a look at that. I might want to do that sometime. He wants my breakfast. What you doing, little fella? I think there are more than one around here. This guy seems small. I was right. There are two of them. They seem to be a pretty happy couple. The noble marmot pose. Looks like someone's considering coming into my camp here. You just heard me talking. Not so sure now, are you? Tempting though, isn't it? Arr! Yeah, they're cute critters, but they are real nuisances if they get into your food. Well, I am just relaxing here. Whoops. Close up. No, I'm not ready for my close up. No. Wow, that's a pretty view. I was just pondering about the last video that I posted. My little pre-season update thingy. You know, this whole YouTube thing is kind of weird for me. Landmark Adventures, Desolation Wilderness videos really showed up at a good time for me. I was just feeling really bad, and I think that's when I had a failure of a backpacking trip, and it was the first time I had tried backpacking in like 10, 15 years, something like that, and didn't go well. My boots turned on me and just ate up my heels where they used to be so damn good. And that winter I was thinking, you know, I got a taste and I really want to get back out there, but I'm not so sure. And then I just started reminiscing about all the places I've been and realizing that I don't remember much of what they looked like. You know, some memories are etched in there forever, but the ones that aren't are gone, you know. Memory is an interesting thing. 30 years is a long time, you know. There's a moment again. So it occurred to me, aha, this YouTube thing. It wasn't quite ubiquitous right back then, but it was substantial enough that I thought, well, of course, I bet somebody has posted hiking videos of Desolation Wilderness. And I was really disappointed. I found several, and most of them were just crap. You know, old phone videos, 720p or worse, and not a lot of attention to detail, skill, any of that stuff. But I found Landmark Adventures videos, and it was pretty raw too, compared to, you know, the stuff that's being produced now and the stuff that she produced later. But the essence of real skill was clearly evident, and, you know, a good storyteller and a fun person, you know. And it was a you know, 5-6 day trip through Desolation, and I fell in love. I mean, I just I got to see Lake Aloha again and Susie Lake again, and just all of the beauty, and I had to do it. I started planning right then. Next season, I'm going to get up there, and I did. Anyway, this last video I posted, I was really touched by some of the response I got. You know, I'm a small YouTube channel. I've got 300 followers, and 90% of those are robots or just following everybody's in hopes that they get followed in return or something like that. I'm not into social media games or scores or anything. I don't care.
But I started making these videos for me because I wanted to record what I was doing. I wanted to remember in the future. I wanted to see it. But then that pretty quickly turned to wanting to share it and recognizing that there really aren't all that many detailed videos in Desolation Wilderness. I thought that, well, hell, I'll do that. That'll be fun. But the responses from this last video I put out were touching. People were concerned about my state of being from my last trip, and I was touched by the comments. I mean, there's not a lot of them, but I appreciate you guys. Thanks. So I guess that's really all I wanted to say in a very long, roundabout way, as is normal for me. Thank God I can get up here still. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. If anybody gets any benefit from any of these videos, I especially want to talk to people that were like me. I mean, when I grew up in the 70s, 80s, but the mentality of the previous generation was still around. You know, the specific roles for men and women, specific roles for minorities, which, you know, stay out of the way of the white people. That was about it. All of that, you know, stuff from the 30s, 40s, 50s was still rambling around in the world, and I was affected by it. And those people thought that at 30 you were done with physical activity. At 40, that was certainly it. And a lot of my buddies were kind of, you know, in that mentality. And when we got to our 30s, they really weren't into doing it anymore. And then by the 40s, nobody was into doing it. Nobody. And I stopped doing it too. I'm like, you know, I'm in my 40s now. I shouldn't be doing this. And someone, you know, friends shattered that idea. That's stupid. You know, go out there and do it. And of course, there's all this lightweight gear out there that changes everything too. My pack was 20 pounds before I put water in it this time. It used to be 40 pounds. Big difference. At any rate, I'm still loving it up here. This is the best thing in the world. I'd like to say that too bad, you know, more people don't know about this, but really, don't tell anybody. There used to be nobody up here, and now it's just mobs of people. But you know, almost everybody I meet I enjoy. So there's that. Okay, is that enough babbling? That's enough babbling. Eesh. Well, I sure am pleased with myself. I really made an effort to get my pack weight down and try really hard to make sure I didn't bring anything that I wasn't going to use except for emergency stuff. And I thought that I did really well with that. However, at the last moment, seeing all the cloudiness down there and knowing that it was going to be hot up here, I brought a 6x8 tarp. And I figured if it got rainy, it could come in handy. And when the sun is brutal, it could really come in handy. I didn't set it up yesterday, but look what I've done here. I'm very pleased with myself. Tarp setter-uppers make it look so damn easy. I mean, sometimes it is easy, but this isn't. There's not a lot of trees around here. But I managed to find 3 tie points, and the 4th one just wouldn't work, so I had to create a super-duper pole here out of my tent stakes. And yeah, this seems to be holding. It's pretty breezy, and it's holding just fine. Creating a nice large shadow that ought to move back to my favorite zone as the sun moves towards high noon. I'm pretty pleased here, but at least I won't have to be moving around all the time just to keep myself relatively cool. There are people at my lake here. Sigh. A bunch of day hikers on the other side of the lower lake. Heard some dogs barking, people playing. But I'm spread out all over this area here. I basically am set up in 3 different campsites, and there's like mini campsites in between that even. So
On a really busy weekend, there could be 15, 20 people staying in the spaces that I'm taking up. But there's nobody here, so I'm okay with that. And I can consolidate if I have to. But I'm going to do some munching here, sitting, and I'll do some hiking around a little later, but not now. I'm just feeling lazy, and I am enjoying being lazy, so no problem with that. Oh yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about myself here. I feel guilty sometimes that I'm so lazy up in the mountains, but hike your own hike, you know? I really am enjoying sitting here in my little shady shelter, just looking at the world. And I don't think anyone's going to bother me for that. That's just my own pressure. It's exceptionally peaceful right here. There's this lovely breeze blowing. It's 73 degrees in the shade. This thing, you know, there's a lot of UV that gets through this tarp, but the breeze is nice. You know, good 8-mile-an-hour breeze here today. Blew all the mosquitoes away again. Oh, by the way, I found my thumb brace. Bad arthritis in my thumb, and the brace really helps. Motrin helps a lot too, but I want everything. So I'm really impressed. Every single thing that I brought with me, I am using, except for emergency gear. Right? Every single thing. I ended up bringing my dirty water bag as usual, and this water bucket that is not normal. And I was thinking, well, that's going to be redundant or excess. But no, the using the water bucket for cleaning at my campsite was really nice. A lot better than doing it on the lake. And now I got 5 liters sitting in the sun here, warming up for whatever. I'll have 5 liters of warm water later on. I think I'll make good use of that one way or another. So that's worth it. And I'm pretty darn pleased with my 20-pound. And it's not a base weight. Food plus base weight was 20 pounds. Basically everything but water was 20 pounds. So I probably had a few more gizmos I threw in, but I was with water and everything under 25 pounds for this load, and that's manageable for me. With all these luxuries, I got my shade, I got my chair, I got my gigantic pad, I got a 2-man tent. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, huh? I think I'm doing all right. I'm happy with myself. Backpacking is a wonderful thing. People are self-taught. Well, these days people are, learning on the internet. But I always enjoy the way, the vast variety of the way people do things. I guess the internet is kind of blowing that. I see PCT hikers all doing the exact same routine. Many of them. That's kind of weird. But it doesn't matter. Do what you want out here. Whatever. As long as your trip doesn't impede on another person enjoying their trip, do it, Yay. Oh, I love it when the first trip is a good one. Oh, I love it when any trip is a good one. Good trips is good stuff. Frankly, this is what I live for these days. I spend all winter long waiting to go out here. I don't take real vacations. I don't run off to Hawaii or Europe. This is it for me. This is all I really want to do. Getting back into backpacking, I recognize that I really like this. It's really hard, and not everybody can do it. But so I'm going to keep doing it while I can. I'm going to take every opportunity to do it. And we'll see what happens. I want to do some really challenging stuff this year, and I think I'm going to be up for it in Desolation. I'm not thinking about the Southern Sierras anymore. Maybe, if I get, there's been a couple of seasons where I really had good momentum. I had
one good trip after another, really building up strength and confidence and all that stuff, and then something would, get in the way of continuing that. Those are the seasons I'm thinking that I can do it. By September, at the end of the season, when I'm all buff and strong and lost weight and got it all figured out, maybe then I can do it. But I haven't been in that situation yet. Keep trying. Maybe this year. All right, enough babble.
There's a bald eagle. I'm having a hard time. Shit, I lost him. Did he land? Where are you, buddy? There he is. Oh, that's hard to spot. Man, he's all over the place. Man, I just jumped up out of my chair. My food bag is open and on the ground because I saw an eagle flying by. And there was a chipmunk nearby. I guess I scared him when I ran by. I hope so. Jeez, I kind of lose it when an eagle flies by. He's taking an afternoon break too. This is really hard, by the way. That's a bald eagle. You can tell by the spots. It doesn't have a bald head yet. Oh, this is so hard. Okay, I had to lose him there. I'm over on the far side of the upper lake now. Well, I'm at the upper lake, I should say. And I wanted to investigate this campsite that I had found once before. Of course, it doesn't look like I remember it, but I'm just over the hill, and it's a nice split level site here. There's this smallish zone here, good kitchen zone, hangout zone, and a good tent zone here, I think. I'm so bad judging it these days, but yeah. See, there's granite right here, so the dirt is not very deep. But I could probably get my semi-freestanding tent here, and it's pretty cool. It's got a little glacier. You want to slide into the water? That would be interesting. And a great view of the falls, of course. You can't really see the three-dimensionality of it. Those cliff faces, the lower ones, just above the water there. There's see there's a ravine beyond those for the wall behind it, and up there is a body of water. So that's not a very long-lived waterfall there. That body of water doesn't stay full for long, but this does quite well. It gets fed by water way up there. My, ain't this something? Let's do the full panorama from here. Just be careful. Let's get my camera. I'm right next to a 15-foot drop-off that'll drop me on snow, which would have me sliding down to the water. You can see my tent way over there. So I just took this little walk. This is my excursion of the day. I'm not doing anything. Taking it easy. And enjoying it. So I'm going to go back via the shore and do the dam and all that stuff. So it'll be a nice little hike. Very little. These silk nylon tarps just amaze me. They can take this all day long. Just crazy. Without a scratch. I remember me and the boys were up at Clyde Lake, and it was windstorm, crazy windy, and I had one of those heavy tarps, heat reflecting tarp thingies. People used to use those for under their tent. We used that to for a windbreak for our camp, and it was shredded by the end of the night. It was just really sad. I was very upset about that. Didn't show it. I was really mad that my tarp got sacrificed. Greetings, campers. It's almost 6:30. I have just been puttering about for hours here, lounging on some flat granite every now and then, wandering the lake. I went all the way down to the almost all the way back to the trail where that first prime campsite is, and there's nobody here. 2 nights in a row. Who would have thunk it? With all those cars in the parking lot, all these day hikers all over the place, nobody's staying here. I did see backpackers today too, but they went up to Island Lake. Island Lake is pretty, but camping is terrible up there. At least I never found a good campsite, and I've never heard of anybody that found a good campsite. I should have asked Landmark Adventures about her. Anyway, food is steeping. Going to be eating in 20 minutes or so. I can't say that it's been a great day because I'm so sleepy that I'm just messed up. It's like I'm just drugged, and my back started having problems, from lack of sleep. So I'm going to get into the tent, probably before it gets totally dark, and just sleep as much as I can because I'm going to need every little bit I can. Anything else to report here? All is well, except for the little varmints they're aggressive. I've never seen them that bad here, ever, or this numerous. There's one guy that just kept coming back, right into, like where my food is and where my backpack and where my stuff is. And I kept throwing stuff at him. I started throwing, this heavy granite sand that, it's like a scatter shot. Damn, and he just kept coming back. It was crazy. This is the waterfall across the way. It's quite loud. I can hardly even see it from here. It's pretty significant though, geez. But you can see how much snow has melted since I've arrived. This channel here of snow is of not snow is twice as wide as it was before when I got here. And this boulder here was surrounded by snow when I got here, and the dark channel running down through the snow only went as far as that boulder, or not quite as far as that boulder, to around, right about there where the center of the screen is. So all of that has disappeared since I've been here. Just give it a few more days, and it's just going to be a few spots of snow. At least I got here while there was some significant snow. Yay. Well, it's a successful evening here. It's about 7:15 and all done with dinner. And plenty of daylight left. A couple hours until it gets to be real dark. And the place is still all mine. Unbelievable. I am considering ducking into the tent in a little bit. The air is much calmer than it was last night, and I really have an idea that there's going to be some skeeters out here to get me. And I'm so tired. Maybe I can just nap through skeeter time and get up afterward, or just keep sleeping, or whatever. It's getting kind of cool, even though the sun's out. But if the sun gets a little lower, I could probably get in the tent and be comfy in there. Tempting. We'll see. I'm thinking about it, because I am morbidly tired. I am dead tired, but I'm having fun. Yep. That's right. It's daylight, and I'm in my tent.
That's because I've been wanting a nap all day long. The sun just went down on the tent and I jumped in it. And I'm going to sleep. I might wake up in a little bit. I might wake up after a long time. I don't really know. But I'm feeling pretty comfortable right here. And got a lovely view. This is what I'm staring at. And there's nobody here to bother me. Awesome. Nighty night. Well, I've officially been in the tent for 12 hours. I think I'm alive again. However, so are the mosquitoes. There's no breezes blowing out there. So I'm going to give it just a little more time before I go out and face them. I must have slept at least 8 hours. I don't know. But I'm feeling kind of stiff for being in here so long. I actually got up and peed I don't know, 45 minutes ago or so, and just took a walk and just to loosen up a little bit. But I'm just gonna take one more little nap here and then get up and pack up and get out of here. But I'm not gonna do that in any kind of hurry, obviously. Oh, good morning, campers. I'm in my little sun cabana here again, and drinking some coffee, relaxing. Man, yesterday was just a lost day. I don't even remember much. I remember I went into the tent around 7:30, thinking that I just have to lie down and go to sleep. I'll probably wake up in an hour or two, and I'll get up and, look at the starlight and such. I got up at around 10:30, something like that, and got up and peed and figured, no, I'm going right back to bed. And I just stayed in the tent for so long. My back is really stiff from just being motionless for so long. So I can't sit here like this very much today. I got to keep moving and all that. Haven't eaten anything yet, so I haven't had any Motrin yet. I got to do that for sure. It's a pretty day. When I got up, it was quite calm. It was so calm, there was mosquitoes everywhere, so I couldn't even get out of the tent until the sun hit me. And mosquitoes aren't bad, and the breezes are picking up ever so slightly. And it's Jupiter kind of haziness today. Can't see much under my little cabana here, but you see it's nice haziness, so that ought to cut the heat a little bit. Hopefully it hangs around. But the plan is to drink my coffee. That's about as far as I've gotten as far as plans go. Yeah, that's it. So I'll check in later. You can see why my sunshade zone is so crucial here. You see any shade out there? See any shade anywhere? Anything? No. Me neither. That's why I like it here. Yeah, I'm a lazy old man. That's what lazy old men do. We look to get really comfortable. Yep. My goodness, I'm feeling so much better today. And my back is beginning to loosen up and not be a threat. Going down to the water to get some water. Saw a couple backpacking heading downhill over the rocks just a bit ago. They might have come from that site from the upper lake. I'm not really sure where they were coming from, but they're going down. Quite a isolated trip here. I haven't talked to anybody since the trail. Talked to a lot of people on the trail. And a lot of day hikers around. Wind is so much calmer today. Aren't you glad I took you on this little walk
One thing a lot of YouTube videos are missing is detail. I know mine certainly are not missing detail, but I'd like to see the lay of the land and, so, you know, lots of stuff. Oh, there's a bunch of pollen on the surface here. Let's see if I can find a better place. Don't want to hurt my little filter any more than I have to. Water's high. Usually you can walk quite a bit farther. Hey, little baby fish right down here. Little tiny fishy. Show is pretty. But there's pollen everywhere. I'll just walk up here, see what I see. Damn it. Big sundog. Oh hell, I can't fit it in the screen. Shit. Well, while I'm sitting here just drinking my coffee, might as well do a bit of a review of some of the new stuff that I brought up with me. That's the 2018 version of the Nemo Hornet Elite 2-person tent. It did really well in high winds. I even left the non-windy side open, and it handled the winds just fine. The winds were very consistently coming from the one side. It was noisy with the wind. That's the way that goes. But I didn't even. There's 3 tie-outs to really fortify it against the wind. I didn't even have to use those. The rainfly did a really good job of blocking the wind. All right. What else we got here? This little ditty bag here is a winner. I bought it off of eBay. I'm using it instead of the head of my backpack. So I'm saving weight, not bringing the head of my backpack. I spilled water all over it and it did just fine. It's really easy to keep your stuff organized in there. It's, I like it. It's a good size, good shape. I bought this bag with it, the food bag as well. It's an odd shape, but it makes all different size bags. And so far so good. What else we got here? Well, these poles here. I forget the name of the make. They are 3.5 ounces each. A little less than that, I think. They are amazingly light, and I was really wondering if they could actually handle the stress of the hike. They did very well. I was shocked. They're half the weight of the Black Diamond ones that I use, and they're lightweight as well. The Black Diamond ones are much sturdier, but these did everything that I needed to do, including breaking a fall. Every now and then you have a bad maneuver and you throw all your weight onto your poles so you don't have to fall, and I did that once and they did what they're supposed to do. My new cook setup here, this is the first time that I've used anything but a jet boil in a long time. That's a little MSR micro, whatever it's called, I forget what that's called exactly. It's nice. It blasts heat. It seems inefficient to me. It seems to really blast more fuel than you need. It's also a little prone to. I'm not sure about that. I haven't measured how much fuel I've been using. It's obviously more prone to being blown out than a jet boil, so it needs wind protection. The whole thing is more delicate than a jet boil, so you have to be more careful that you're not, breaking it or spilling stuff. The little Toaks cup, I love that thing. I like the little top that you can leave in a vertical position. like so. And these the handles try to not get hot as it boils, and sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. I'll get more proficient with all of this over time, but it's smaller, lighter, and save space, which is one of my goals of this trip was to make the actual volume of the stuff that I bring smaller. Anything else here? I'm sure I brought this water bucket with me. That's not a new product, but I've had it for years and I've never brought it with me. It's been very nice. It's sitting in the sun warming up, so I can bathe and have plenty of water around just for whatever reason. I don't know if it'll become a staple. It's a luxury. It's not really needed. But on the day in, when I hiked in, I had a nice sponge bath thanks to this thing. It was very, very windy, and down by the lake it was ferociously windy. And I just filled this thing up and brought it back to camp and found a good windbreak and a good place a good clean slab of granite to wash on, and it was really nice. I was able to get quite clean. So that's the new equipment that I brought with me. I think that's all of it. This nasty little critter's got something. A moth? Come on, focus. Damn it, too close. What you got there, buddy? Jesus, what is that thing? It looks like one wasp has another wasp and is sucking its neck. Yeah, that seems to be what's going on here. Or maybe it's a queen ant or something crazy like that. Don't fly away. God, what is that? Oh, hell, it took off. Huh. Well, I guess mission accomplished. That is one dead critter. Okay. Just don't come back and kill me. That was a nasty looking bug. Well, I'm just waiting for breakfast to steep. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm planning a 1 o'clock departure here. All the hard work is done. I just got the tent down. Everything is pretty much consolidated. Might have to get some more water. Don't have a lot of food left, that's for darn sure. If I can stomach the Mountain House breakfast scramble, that's a heck of a breakfast, but it hits your stomach really hard. If I can stomach that, then I have just enough munchies for hiking along the trail to get out of here. But no food at the car, so it could be a hungry drive until I get to something that'll sell me something to eat. Still have not seen any people. I saw some hikers hike out of here. They might have been at the upper lake last night, but they weren't even close enough to wave at. Haven't spoken to anybody in 2 days. Kind of weird. But I'm having a good time here, and I'm much stronger today. The weather is quite cooperative. Lots of this hazy stuff. Still blocking a lot of the sun. To the west is the thin part. It might be hot when I'm hiking, but right now it helps. It's like a little dragon. Is that not focused? There we go. Cute little sucker. Man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't palate the breakfast scramble. That egg just, bleh.
It's funny. First couple of times I had that dish, it was just wonderful. I absolutely loved it. This one didn't come out perfect either, like my previous meals. I had the 3 previous Mountain House dinners I did on this trip were perfect. Absolutely perfect. But this could have used a couple teaspoons more water. But even then, so now I'm really going to eat all my food before I get out of here, except for half of this Mountain House thing that I'm going to carry out. That sucks.
Huge bottom of sundog there. Sundogs are real. I don't have all the components available in one shot. I got some shots earlier of some other pieces. I'll put up a picture of what one looks like. Man, look at that. That's amazing. Rainbow Mountain. Well, I am all packed up, except for my feet were just so damn clammy. I don't want to take my boots off for a few minutes, so still very interesting sky. So much rainbow action in the clouds today. Constant. You can see some right here. Been a really fun trip. It's about 1:25. I am ready to go, all packed up. Just have to pick up my hiking sticks and go. The weather is interesting. I would say 75% chance of precipitation before the sunset. And I would say 30% chance that I might get a little drizzle. We'll see which way these clouds are moving. I was in the heat working on my pack and thought, you know what, this would be a good time to test hands-free umbrella for sun protection. Although, don't really need it right now. And there's a difficult water crossing at the outlet. So I'll get past that and then maybe I'll do it. If the sun starts getting more intense, maybe I'll give it a try just to experiment with it. Alrighty, farewell. Farewell, Twin Lakes. I love you. Twin Lakes, I've decided, is my backpacking comfort food. It's like if I lived on a vast, or at least 5-acre property or something like that. It's like some far corner of the property that I go to every now and then, and I know the terrain very well, and it just really feels very much like home. And I like that the campsites that I like here are not the ones that other people like. I always have good luck here. I shouldn't quite say that, but I often have good luck here, and it's always beautiful. For a 3-mile hike, you're right at the mountaintops. It's just magnificent. Love this place. But it's time to go. I'll be back. Greetings, campers. Successful trip. Yay. Sitting in my car here. It's pretty hot. Temperature wasn't that bad, but it's pretty muggy. A lot of humidity in the air, a lot of moisture in the air. It's raining somewhere, not too far away. And the breezes were at the least in the 3 days that I'd been here. So it was a pretty hot hike down, but I went fast. I was keeping a good pace. I decided I was just going to keep a regular pace and just kind of go pretty hard. I wanted to be back in an hour and a half, no later than. I caught up to, or some family joined the trail ahead of me a ways, and there was like 6 people or so day hiking. There was a teenage girl in there. There was a guy carrying with a baby backpack, and there was at least 6 or 7 of them. And I figured, well, a family that size, probably 3 generations, I'll be catching up to them. I never did. I decided, well, I'll be catching up to these people, and then it became obvious that they were keeping my pace. I would catch up to them when they slowed down for the most difficult parts. For the guy with the baby was slowed down a bit there, but they kept a good pace. I never saw them again. Eventually, just short of the end of the trail, I had to stop. Decided I'm going to stop. I'm going to eat some salty stuff here and drink some water because I was sweating pretty good, but feel fine. In fact, this is the best condition I've been on an exit hike in a long time, because I slept really well. I've been eating well the whole time. I've been out, keeping my hydration up, and felt fine. I got here in about 75 minutes. Really nice. There's a bunch of people getting ready to go up and talk to a guy leading a very large group. I think I saw them yesterday. They had just come down from camping at Boomerang Lake. I've been by there a couple times. I've never seen any campsites there, but I didn't really investigate. He said there's plenty of camping up there. Okay, I'll give it a try sometime. Maybe this year. Okay, I'm going to start up the car, start driving out of here. And I'm going to crank the air conditioning because I need to be cool and dry. I'm not cool and dry right now, if you know what I mean. Okay, till next time. Yay, me. We did really well. Yay.